And we are live. How is everybody doing today?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So excited.
Hey, all you bubas, I'm ThatElfNerd, and as you can see, I am joined by an omen behind me right now.
I'm here.
That omen is, of course, my friend TrickzTreatz, or as we've called them on stream before, Pobble.
Ooh, hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, all right. Well, it's just me then. Oh my god. Give me a second. I'm gonna fix some stuff up. I actually forgot to change the thing, so bear with me while I fix things. And we are officially live on both Twitch and YouTube. So if there's some people who prefer YouTube, you could go to YouTube. If there's people who prefer Twitch, you could go to Twitch. Ugh. Let's see. So it has been a while since I've streamed anything, but even longer since I've done Phoenix Wright. I think, yeah, it was last year that I was still doing Phoenix Wright Fridays, but due to the fact that A, we finished the original Phoenix Wright trilogy, and B, other stuff was going on, it's like, well, for now, we're gonna do something else. I'm gonna figure out some other stuff, and my other stuff was the occasional, and I do mean occasional because I'm not good at keeping track of when I'm live, is I was doing a custom Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. I still want to do more of that. I just need to, you know, get out my ass and do it. You know, the usual thing that holds me back is just the consistency of just not going out and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But the good news is we're back. My game capture is apparently not back. What is this? Where's my game capture? Where are you? Oh wait, I gotta go to sources. Give me a second. Game capture. There you are. No. Apparently that's how long it's been since I last did a stream. My game capture is not it's not where it's supposed to be. There we go. We got that fixed. We got the game capture. I'm gonna need to change the screen share so that Tricks can actually see the game, because that's what we're focusing on. All right. Yeah. Apollo Justice. Just gonna wait for my co-host to finish up what they be doing. Okay. Also, let me unmute Phoenix Wright. There we go. All right. We got the game. We got the resolution. All right. Game selection and museum. Let's take a quick look around. Oh, right, I forgot. This is going to be something interesting, is that we're actually not going to be playing as Phoenix Wright for the first few stories. We are technically... We are in the same universe, and Phoenix Wright is in here, but we're playing as someone new. Okay. All right. Got the game set up. I got, let's see. We got chat loaded up. I'm just double checking that everything's loaded up before I get started. Oh. Okay. Actually, I just realized something. The last
You've done great at stalling.
I did great at stalling? Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Alright. So, I will warn you, Pobble, that for the first little bit, we won't actually be playing as Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't looked up all the spoilers, but the main thing is that we're playing as Apollo Justice at first, because our dear friend Phoenix lost his job.
Of course he did.
Yeah, he kind of fucky-wuckied. But anyway, Apollo Justice! We're gonna play as some new characters, some old. But first, Turnabout what?
Wait, what? I didn't read that.
It said Turnabout Trump.
Turnabout Ayo?
No, not the president. Oh, anime?
Are we getting animated cutscenes now?
Oh
We
my
are!
god. Animated cutscenes, holy shit.
Animated cutscenes. This is crazy. What else are they gonna add? Gay people?
The whole thing.
Show
Hello!
time.
You don't look at it.
Full house.
No, thank you.
I'll take it off.
Hold on.
You lose.
Bro's dead? Eek.
Well, someone's dead. The house always wins. Whose phone is that?
My phone.
I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. Cop should be
Wait,
here any
hold on.
minute.
What? Bro's hard?
I'm in your hands. Should have come to that. Bro's hard? Oh my god. April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. We're so back. We're back. Panicked. Palms sweaty.
Knees weak?
Minute. I'm nervous.
Knees weak, arms
spaghetti.
heavy. Mom spaghetti. Oh, good morning.
I don't know who this is.
Oh, it's an old man.
Good morning, sir.
Kristoff. You look tight, just.
Tight? I look tight?
I did that wrong. I'm sorry.
I look tight.
I'm sorry. My mind's in a different place right now.
Damn.
You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight.
Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. I'm fine. I'm
Hey, yo.
loosey-goosey.
That screeching noise is your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial, and it's homicide. Hello? Let me guess, Justice doesn't start smart, eh?
I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Cords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine.
I don't think he's fine. Are you okay? I believe in you. You,
Older day. Yesterday.
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Chat.
Oh, that
he
explains it. That explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality in your screech.
I overdid it again.
I change his voice every 5 seconds.
It's better that way.
As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down. If you get my drift.
Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift.
Would you so happen to be Tokyo drifting?
Deja
As it
vu.
happens, as it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder.
Ayo.
We can't let this case fall through.
Yes, I'm fine, sir.
I don't believe you. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite as much. People might take you the wrong way.
Hey, girl, did you know I'm fine?
I don't believe you.
Ooh.
I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client.
All right.
Who's a client?
Let's meet him. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney.
Is that Deku?
And today is my first trial. Plus Ultra.
No!
Plus Ultra. Not that I'm worried or anything.
I think he's worried.
The defendant has been accused of murder.
Murder.
My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. Oh my. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way.
No way. Your Honor, nuh-uh. Sans?
No, by the way, I'm in charge of him. I was in charge of him last time.
You're always in charge of him.
Whoa. Huh? Good morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial. Nervous. Meeting him. Cardiac arrest.
Oh my god.
I think I'm supposed to say something. Help? So, you're fine. I'm fine.
Oh god.
Mr. Fine, is it? I didn't remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend, so why?
I'm gonna swap to my phone real quick and then change rooms.
Alright. You'll
Because I don't want to be
see.
loud.
Huh? You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, It's time, shall we? Yes, sir. I can't believe I'm doing Deku voice for Apollo. It's fine though. I'll deal with it. First trial. Here comes justice. April 20th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Please tell me it's the same judge as before. I want him. It's him. Oh my god, it's him.
Is my mic quality good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
Oh.
is it the same as before?
There's a little bit difference, but I mean it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
The court is now in
Am I-
session.
Okay. Yippee!
Not him.
Ew.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Bruh.
The defense is fine. I'm ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice? And this is your first trial? Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a little bit strained.
Poor guy.
Mr. Gavin? Kristoff.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't know. I forgot what voice I gave him.
I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case.
Fuck no. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always see to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice.
Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say you're the best attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Oh, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine. But does he have cords of steel?
Fucking no.
Then let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. Let's go.
Oh my god, hey girl, hey!
This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright.
Goddamn.
Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player.
Piano player?
He's got that finger skill with the keys.
Hey, yo!
Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further, then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne.
To think I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains.
Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see.
Ahem! The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant.
Yeah, of course, it's called Borscht.
Borscht.
The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him wham on the head, smack, killed him cold.
I think he killed him.
A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was...
The pianist for the club, it seems.
A penis for the club.
Phoenix Wright, a pianist.
Penis.
This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice, and nothing more.
Nothing more.
Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice.
Bro's an alcoholic.
For real.
The court accepts this deadly bottle as evidence. Oh my god, we got a court bottle
Yippee!
added.
Something to note, Justice. Oh, wait. All evidence is filed in the court record. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to my voice.
Oh my god, you remembered your voice.
I remembered my voice.
Okay, autopsy report. Time of death was around 2 a.m. April 17th. Death caused by a single blow to the forehead. How do you die from one hit with a bottle?
Very carefully.
Sub-basement. Grape juice used as a murder weapon. Bears the defendant's prints. Let me look at this photo real quick. Look at this photograph! Oh man, this man is definitely dead.
That man is dead. To make practice of checking it frequently.
Court record. Right, I've heard of that.
No, the fuck you haven't. Use RB to look at the evidence so far. Wait, why did I say that? I'm confident in your ability to handle this as I have gone mentally insane.
Right, just use RB. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this, Shady Smith fellow?
I think he was shady.
I'm Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady. Other Slim Shadys are just
So
imitated.
just imitate.
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
Traveler? The fuck is that?
According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear.
He had some sort of connection with the defendant.
That too is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime.
If they'd only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing?
That doesn't appear to have been the case. Turns out Phoenix can actually play rather well.
I don't believe that.
The motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
Wait a second! Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself!
Gambling is illegal.
Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal.
Oh my god, he's based.
He's based? Oh fuck, what was my voice again? It's true. The defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Oh fuck. Yet it was only that. A game. In the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor.
My God.
Competition?
Yes, a test of wits. A silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs, wreathed in blue flames, know its final outcome.
Come again? This time in my ears?
The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women.
There will be a first order of business here then. Get women. To find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing.
Oh boy.
It's plus ultra.
It is plus ultra.
I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. And our customers are happy. A pianist who can't play piano.
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn!
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it.
Are you alright? You're sweating bullets.
Bullets? Where?
That's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy too.
My brain feels strained and raspy, sir.
You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Although you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher?
What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher course in cross-examination?
Fuck no.
We know what we're doing. We've cross-examined
We know what we're
before.
doing. We've done this a million times.
No need for help here, sir. I think I've got this one covered.
I think you'll do better than you think. You know it. Or you don't. Do not. Fuck. I can't read.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot lettuce.
I'm fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle. My weapons, press and present.
Find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them in court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, and do it.
Inconsistencies, lies, Phoenix Wright. As if Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Yippee!
Bing, bing, bing. All right, the competition. So he's a pianist by trade, and he can hardly play at all. Okay, let me look at the. Let me look at stuff real quick, just so I can take a look.
Mhm.
Okay, so we don't really know much right now. All we know is guy died, and apparently Bottle did it.
Yep.
Bro had a thin skull, apparently.
Can we look, like, closer at the... Oh, yeah, we can.
Okay. So there's some cards all over the place. I don't really see anything other than guy dead.
I mean, he was winning, for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix had a pretty okay hand, but the other guy seemed to have a better hand.
Oh, wait, can we examine this
Ooh.
more? Oh, let me look at this. Yep, this is a bottle,
This is a bottle.
and that's all there seems to be of it. It's a
Huh.
bottle and nothing else.
Is there anything on the bottom? Oh,
Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice?
I don't think you're allowed to
Apparently
yet.
it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. Wonder how well it goes with borscht.
Borscht.
The bottle is completely empty. Damn.
Would a bottle like that not have shattered on impact?
Usually, yeah.
Huh. Who knows?
Alright. Actually, can I zoom in on this? I cannot, apparently.
Nope.
Ooh, details of the autopsy report. Okay. Shady Smith, age unknown, male, estimated time death between 145 and 215, cause of death, cerebral hemorrhaging resulting from blunt trauma to the forehead.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna press him on this. How the fuck can he not play piano if he's a pianist?
True. Damn, he's loud.
You can hardly play? Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Is that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask. A respectable face I wear for the world at large. Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club? Real jobs take on interested customers over at the poker table. They pay you just to play poker?
Yep.
That seems to be the case. I am a professional after all.
Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hardworking member of society like me to imagine.
Yes, your imagination was always a little bit limited, Winston.
What?
I played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost once.
Oh, wait, but that other guy was winning.
What? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? Where we played, competition, there are the main attractions. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction? Yeah, it's quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Black market? All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. A smoky room, gambling hoods. You know, just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through a small window. I can practically
That
picture
window
it
was
now.
open.
No, he's making a scenario.
But there's a window.
The window does look like it would be that would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. Rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. 2 decks? 2 decks of cards? A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some laying scattered on the floor.
Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really.
Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards is red, the other blue. As I recall, in poker, you make 5-card hands. I can see how it'd be easier to cheat. Yes, a game of hands. Huh? The fuck? This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game after all. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Sorry, the invincible brain rot got to me.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yep.
Pretty sure. Through a trash bag in space.
Are you sure?
Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred, yet you claim no connection to the crime? Now that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Oh!
Oh!
He hitting it
Playing
with a
him at his
book.
own game.
I mean, he was a defense lawyer. Makes sense.
That is true.
Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
Oh.
He is lecturing us. Damn.
Oh.
I completely let that one slip by.
Don't despair yet. Justice.
Hi, Noda. Welcome to the chat. Oh my god. Sir?
Right. There's something I'd like. Oh, wait. Right. There's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. I'd like to hear it from you.
Sure. Why not? Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon. Then why the fuck are your fingerprints on this, sir?
Present!
It bears your prints.
It bears your prints.
So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon, this grape juice bottle, right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Rumble, rumble, rumble.
Objection! No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine.
Wow. Excessive yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case.
But what about my cords of steel? Fuck your cords of
Loser.
steel.
Fuck your
the
cords of
chicken
steel.
strips.
Fuck your chicken strips.
Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints alone don't prove you did it.
Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
Aw, shit.
Upside down? What does that mean?
It means he was holding the bottle inverted, and there can only be one reason for that.
For why?
Wow. Yes! To brain someone with a bottle!
Ah! Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse.
Oh, I see no problem. Justice.
Huh?
The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see.
Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court?
I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now.
Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it that reported the
Yup.
who was it that reported the murder to the police?
Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that...
Really?
Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene.
Let's take a look at the Gantt diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from the ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs and this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the cell phone that made the call?
Oh my god, Wright's cell phone added to the court record.
The defendant could have fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet, he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities.
Mm-hmm.
And you claim he is being uncooperative.
Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I better not waste this.
I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about...
What is it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this?
That's a good question. How indeed?
The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
And the decisive witness is the actual murderer. I bet you anything.
Yep.
You're as good as they say you are.
So someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime.
No. Everything up until now has been a warm-up. Justice. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
It better be the only witness. It's a woman.
The witness will state her name and profession.
Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness?
Right there.
I surmise that she's been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns.
What?
So I use a little hair gel. Relax, people.
Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off.
You are sure?
I swear it on my gavel. Please come out.
Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor?
Well, if you are sure, okay.
Ahem. Now the prosecution. Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's, paraphernalia?
Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely tools of her trade.
And that would be?
My name is Olga Orly. I am employed as a waitress in the Borscht. Is that how you say that?
It's just borscht.
Borscht? I am a waitress. The Borscht. Butthole. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to say that. Borscht or is it Borscht?
Borscht.
Borscht. Borscht Bowl Club. Restaurant.
Then why the camera?
Of course, it is my pride to serve the
Borscht.
bullshit. The bullshit that is naming restaurant. But I also perform, how is it said? Other service.
What?
I take it one of these other services is taking the customers' pictures?
Yoink. Ta-da! Like for example, this one.
What?
Decisive
Ooh.
evidence.
Decisive evidence.
In color.
In color.
That's the defendant?
Indeed. On the night of the murder.
And in white. He's the one who gone kaput.
Indeed. That is the victim. Order! Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop it into our laps.
It is the same way I drop cold bowls of borscht, fucking bullshit on laps of customers. Casually.
And the court will casually accept this new evidence.
Oh, this photo has been added to the court record.
We got her photo.
Now,
Yippee.
witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was in room. The hideout, we call it.
Excuse me. The hideout? That's not very inventive.
It is room where famous gangster...
Bad guy. Was arrested.
It is room where murder took place.
What?
Yoink. You look up other supplies. Surprise. Surprise. It is lovely.
My god.
I will post to your courtroom door later. Wait, I will post it by your courtroom door later for you, because I can't fucking read.
Ta-da! Photos will be numbered, and I will write a copy of which ones you want a copy of.
So she is Russian. Because she keeps going,
Oh.
da.
I don't know how to do a Russian accent.
It's fine. You don't have to. You can be silly.
I'm just gonna make her sound cute.
So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orly, our witness. and Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means she did it!
Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about that night's events.
Hey.
Testimony.
That fateful night, you are going to need to speak
Fateful
some more.
night. I get to read.
That night, that night, customer asked me to deal the cards for the game. It was cold. Both players played with the hats on. Duh.
Duh.
The victim, he plays with his hand on his locket at his neck. Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened.
Duh.
Duh.
That man flew at the victim and strangled him to death.
Objection! We know
Strangle
what killed him.
We already know what killed him.
Brother, she already fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Incidentally, who won the game?
The game.
Your Honor? Your Honor? That does not matter in this case. A man's dead.
Actually, it might.
Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't.
Okay. This fucking guy.
Apollo, I hate to tell you this. Phoenix has lost at least once in the history of him being a defense lawyer.
Yep.
And that time he wanted to lose.
Yep. This guy's dumb. Ahem. Justice. Maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection.
But he hadn't lost in 7 years.
Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here.
What more evidence? Oh shit, yeah, yep. Phoenix lost.
These are the poker chips as they lay the very moment of the crime.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, that's a pretty good full house there.
Chips, you say?
I mean, yes. Imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
What?
Yeah, right. I think he means poker face.
He was not.
Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table.
Chip's photo added to the court record.
Wait a minute, though. If the bottle is Phoenix's favorite drink, why is the drink on that side, too?
That is true.
Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examination!
Cross-examination!
That fateful night.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
It was cold. Both players played with hats on. The victim played his whole time hand locking around. Ooh, I'm gonna press on this before I present evidence. Why is the hand on his locket? His locket?
I believe it was good luck charm.
Yeah. Oh god. What the fuck was that? Sorry.
He gripped it many times as he played that night.
Yes, he must have felt as though it carry him to the moon and the stars. Though if it were small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much lift.
The defense would like a clarification. This is a locket we're talking about? I mean, a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket?
Of course, I knew that. What do you think I am, stupid?
Yes.
There's probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it that.
No, a locket's a locket. Doesn't...
It's considered bad form to poke fun at the hard-headed appearing of our society.
Oh no, of all the times for Hope to be missing this.
Real.
Oh my god. Hard of hearing or hard of understanding.
So what happened next?
Actually, wait a minute. I need to look at the court record real quick. Is there a thing for looking at... There isn't a thing for looking at... Wait a minute. Let me look at this real quick. He doesn't have a pendant.
He doesn't have a pendant. Go back, go back, go back!
But do you know who does?
Phoenix?
Phoenix. Actually, wait, let me look at this photo. Oh, wait, he does have a pendant.
He does, but that's the one that Phoenix has!
I'll wait on that.
Okay.
Because this one I know is bogus.
Yeah. Objection!
Wait, the music is wrong.
Oh no.
Shit.
Did we fuck up?
I did. But, wait a minute.
Maybe try press?
Okay, first I'm gonna save. Just so that...
Just so we don't fuck up like that again.
I don't understand though, because this would have... Oh wait! Is the autopsy report.
Objection!
That's where I fucked up.
There we go.
Oh really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Normal customer only choke on borscht. Borscht.
No, I mean this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head.
Oh.
Miss Orley, really now? Did you witness the crime? Girl is Spider-Man.
Looking at this picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything.
Yet it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Oh, now you're
Oh.
presenting that photo.
Here's the photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation.
Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hit.
Really?
Damn. Hat removed during investigation because I need to... Wait.
Poor guy. He doesn't have a locket.
Wait. I just realized another thing.
What?
If he died from that blow to the head, the hat should have fallen off, meaning someone put the hat back on
True.
to make
Who
it look
knows?
like he was strangled. I don't know.
We'll find out.
But I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at the victim, his neck.
Oh, really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time.
Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this one through once more.
Well, what do you mean? I found a contradiction.
There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination.
There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it.
There's such thing as thinking aloud too much, too.
I guess we're gonna need to talk about the locket again.
Here,
Alright.
and we save.
He plays with his hand on his locket at his neck. Oh, maybe this zoomed in picture can tell us, hey, he doesn't have a locket.
True.
Alright, I saved, so hopefully I don't fuck up.
Yippee! There goes the music. We got this.
You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean?
Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said.
I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar.
No, but look at this photograph!
Photograph!
Do you see a locket on the victim's neck?
Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this.
But what does it mean?
If we are to believe that this witness's testimony is as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death.
Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor.
It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have took it off. No?
Taking it off? Wait, you don't mean...
Don't fucking fix my grammar, Apollo. The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Would that explain it?
Ah! Defendant, what do you have to say to this? Say,
Yes.
I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you?
Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. Aw, shit. He's a proud dad.
He's a proud dad.
Come again?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Why don't I buy that this is just a coincidence?
Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps you should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost. Badly.
Oh, Olga, are you holding out?
Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant.
Mm-hmm. Da.
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 Boom. Serious competition.
The game began with 3,500 points and chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who is winning is the victim. For the last hand, defendant play with all chips on the table and lose. The moment of loss decided, defendant grabs bottle from the table and...
Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Ah, how many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I regret what I done. A common tale, but true. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies.
Methinks.
Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Or maybe it's right. Phoenix Wright.
Dude. La 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 la.
House chip come in 2 sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was victim. For last hand, defendant play with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss is decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and oopie.
Two.
Okay, I'm gonna save right here.
Mm-hmm.
There is one thing about this testimony that feels off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Press.
He played with all chips on the table and lost. Well, if he lost, wouldn't the victim have grabbed the remaining chips?
Why are there only 6 small chips? Where's the rest?
Well, if we assume that... Wait a minute. Yeah, there are chips missing. Okay, because
there are 3,500 points.
for
You'd think
each
the
player...
smaller ones would be 100, and then the bigger ones would be 1,000.
Yeah, there'd be... Yeah, because let's see. If it is all on the table, then there should be... And it's like 3,000 per person. 3,500 per person. Then there should be, on each side, 3 large ones and 5 red ones. 5 small ones.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm correct. But what I'm looking at here ain't mathin'.
The math ain't mathin'.
Unless, of course, we're... Okay, what if the bigger chips are worth 500 by themselves? Let's think. Okay. So, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500, 4,000... Now, even then, it's like, so something isn't mathing. Either there's too many chips or too few chips.
Well, they start with 3,500, right?
Yeah.
The big ones could be 100. And there's 10 of them.
Well, that would equal to 1,000. But if the bigger chips are 500, and that'd equal out to 5,000. Yeah, it doesn't equal out. The math ain't mathin' here.
But then what if the small ones are 1,000? And there's 6 of them. You divide all the chips evenly between all of them, or between the 2 of them, and there's 3,500. I know
Maybe.
math. I don't know. We'll find out. The case will tell us.
Actually, you know what? I'll press on what the sizes mean.
Okay.
Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used?
Of course.
Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain? What is there to be explained?
Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle cop, not a...
Thanks. Now that I pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even?
Yeah.
As I has been hotel. Sorry.
Has been hotel. Oh my god.
Sorry, I was thinking about Hasbin Hotel.
As I have been saying before, it is a game, not gambling. Hard, perhaps, for a capitalist to understand.
Oh my god, we're in Soviet Russia.
Yippee!
2 types of chip. 100 points chip and 1,000 point chip.
I fucking told you!
Okay, but which one is worth 100 and which one is worth 1,000?
I'm telling you.
Justice.
Sir!
Don't you find her comment interesting?
In more ways than one, sir.
I'd have it added to her testimony myself.
Well, does the defense want the witness to add her testimony? Yes. Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. Wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well,
You'll figure it
witness,
out.
if you'd be so kind.
Your Honor.
Okay. Let's press on this. Mr. Gavin said this testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why. Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We're not in kindergarten.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm fine. I better think of something to ask. And quick. The 2 types of chips.
Duh.
The small ones are 100 and the big ones 1,000, right? Right, of course.
Don't waste our time.
Is that all? Yeah. Oh, great. Mr. Gavin made me stop her. Now I'm the one who looks dumb.
Oh, Justice. Please try not to embarrass me like that.
Damn. Huh? Who? Me?
There's a clear contradiction in this information you have in your hands.
What?
It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try it.
I was right.
We're not in kindergarten, after all.
I was right. Calculation?
I want to be the one who's right.
Yeah, well, thing is, if I am right, this means that the bigger chips are worth more in value, which means that it ain't mathin'.
And if I'm right, that means the smaller ones are more worth it in value.
Oh, the music did not
You
stop.
were on the wrong one.
It's fine. I can load.
It's fine. We got this.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Load.
We got this.
Okay.
Let's see who's right.
Music stop.
There goes the music.
You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure.
It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten.
Why do they keep mentioning kindergarten?
Oh, so if the small chips are worth 1,000, that means that Phoenix was actually winning.
I'm telling you!
Oh my god, I'm a dumbass.
Haha!
Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points?
Why, the big ones, of course. Duh.
Oh, I'm so smart.
Oh, I thought so too. But the totals don't add up.
The totals?
Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points. Yes, my calculations are correct. Let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. Haha, bitch.
Bit.
If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Oh, how much is it? Do yourself, you aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
But why? How could this be?
I'm so smart. Exactly. Justice.
Oh my god.
Now that you know what the what is, you must determine the why.
Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Starting points were wrong. Chip count was wrong. Both were right.
Both were right.
But both are right because the chips value is different.
Yes.
Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can only be one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Aha!
Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones.
Madness! Utter madness!
Show me the photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
See?
Oh my god.
God, I love being right. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing.
Indeed, the victim did have the large number. The value.
Fuck.
You fucking dumbass.
The value.
Huh. Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table.
Uh,
The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points, and Mr. Wright had 4,100 points. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible.
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning!
Yeah!
Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips. Since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? Order! Order! It appears our defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the testimony. Who said hold it? Excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley?
I didn't to be saying this, but actually, you see,
See what, Miss Orley? What do we see?
in the last hand, there was cheat.
A cheat? You don't mean a trick?
Wait, or do you mean a scam? Whoops.
bruh.
They're all the same thing.
Yes, there was a cheat in the last hand. That's why the game ends with chips as the way they are.
Great, just great. First we have lying, now cheating.
Well, this case has certainly taken a turn. For the interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
Fuck yeah!
The cheat. The final hand.
The last. Oh fuck! The wrong voice.
The last hand. Both men had full house. There's 4 of each card in each deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hand, cheat is more obvious.
All right, let me look at the hands. Okay. So let's see. 7 of heart, 7 of diamonds, 7 of clubs, ace of spades, ace of diamonds, ace of hearts, ace of clubs, king of diamonds, king of spades, king of hearts. All of these are separate cards. What do you mean there's cheat?
Where is cheat?
All of these cards are accurate.
The next moment, game becomes argument. Duh. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took the bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
Miss Orley, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover-up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics.
Mr. Gavin? What's a full house?
Wow.
You fucking idiot.
Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker.
I can't say this bodes well for your case or career. What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring?
Yes. Justice. You know the terms of 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 pairs of a kind. Yes.
Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes 3 of a kind.
Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 3 pairs of a kind. That's a full house.
That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hand in this photo.
Wow, they both have full houses. I just learned what that means.
Ow.
We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
Ahem. The defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Yeah, so who cheated?
Who cheated?
Who did the cheat? Who cheat?
Who cheated?
Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat?
Cross-examination!
Okay, last hand, both men had full house. There's 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. Yeah. If you look at both men's hand, cheat is more obvious. What do you mean? How is it clear?
Well, the defendant... He played a 5th ace.
No, he didn't.
No. What?
A 5th ace?
I still remember both hands very well. He has 3 aces.
That is a different hand.
Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's had 2.
No.
No.
That's not what it is in the photograph.
We just saw the picture.
Obviously, cheating was afoot, or perhaps I should say, a hand.
Perhaps can this be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke?
Sustained. Very well, the witness will add this detail to her testimony, please.
Yes, so I can call bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me save this turnabout.
I'm going
Trump.
to pee really quick. I will be back.
Aw, shit. Do your piss. I will drink water and have a quick little snack to rejuvenate my lungs. I have chips. Ugh, give me a second. Oh. I needed this. Goddamn. Helpful reminder to all. Always have snacks during game time. It helps you rejuvenate. I'll wait for Pubble to come back. Shouldn't take too long. I don't think. Unless I'm wrong. So, just be safe. Save complete. Okay. Let me look at this hand again.
Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces.
Let me look. No, he don't. He had 3 kings. You a fucking dumbass. Okay. Ugh. Doing a quick stall for the pub, for the TrickzTreatz. Come on. Just checking stuff real quick. Ugh. Also, guys, I hope you've been enjoying the stream. I've been trying to get back in the groove of it. I do feel like it has been a while since I've done multiple voices in VC because I felt my voice getting strained. So this is a nice little recovery break. Oh my goodness. But yeah,
Your voice was getting strained?
a tiny bit, but I'm good. But I'm
I
ready.
see.
I'm ready to present that this witness is bullshitting herself.
Yippee!
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name...
Look at this piece of evidence. This piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not?
Justice. Perhaps you want to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. He's fucking stupid. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo.
This is fucking kindergarten.
What particular point is wrong?
Here.
We did it.
Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces.
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question.
Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's the 5th ace? I see cheating all right, and it's going on right here in this courtroom.
Damn.
2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating. I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day.
Damn. You're right to trust your instincts.
Mr. Gavin?
Who knows what lies in store? Wait, what the fuck? Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards.
The cards.
Mr. Payne,
Yes?
the players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to... The defense would like to request that the cards be shown in the court.
Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more sus?
The victims?
I mean, yeah, because how does he have kings and aces?
True.
Let's look at the victim's hand first.
Okay.
There's a victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well.
Aha.
Well,
Well, time's a wasting. Get to it. Justice.
Yes, sir.
When examining evidence, be sure you view it from all sides and angles. Try using to turn it in every which way and to zoom in and out. That should give you a better perspective on this case.
Okay, let's do this. Aha!
You fool!
You fool! What? Your Honor, look at this! One of the victim's cards, the back is a different color!
That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand.
Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Something you're not telling us, Olga? You cheating accomplice?
What was that, Miss Orley?
No, yet, I merely said, that I have...
Your Honor,
Mr. Gavin, yes?
tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker?
To cheat?
I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend. A comrade, shall we say.
Haha, Soviet joke.
The dealer.
Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley?
She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager.
Damn. Order! Focus, Justice. Time to take. Oh, no, I'm not saying that sentence.
Oh my God, Apollo!
Time to take advantage of the mistake that she made.
There you go.
Oh, that is horrible.
Oh my God.
The intrusive thoughts. What the fuck? Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. Ergo, Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith.
Oh,
Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What? Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice! Trademark.
Oh no.
There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident, and if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. What? He's guilty, Your Honor. Take him away.
He's guilty, Your Honor.
The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. Damn, he killed her.
And she still caught it.
Mr. Payne, where's your witness, Miss Olga Orley?
It appears she has lost her consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice? Your Honor, it seems you presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means? This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
What?
I did it. I held out. I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Mr. Wright? You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know, Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Yes, he does.
He sure as hell does.
God damn. God bless.
God bless.
Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. As I said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before.
The 2 decks at the club had different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? If you use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. You used different colors and they still got mixed up. Yeah, because they were cheating. We used the red deck for the last game. I see. But that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards.
Whatever. In the end, one card of the wrong color got into the mix, which means there was cheating.
Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped? Well, sometimes depending on the type of poker game you're playing, you start with one hand, and if there's certain cards you don't like in that hand, you can request new ones. So that might have been when. When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder?
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck? Oh, fuck. Okay, during the murder wouldn't make sense, because why would you swap cards while you're killing someone? Before the murder and Phoenix catching it would have cause for him to get mad at the victim.
After the murder could be a cover-up.
Could be. This is hard, actually.
This is pretty hard.
Because here's the thing.
That's what she said.
Because we're all assuming that we're because like if the idea is, oh yeah, there's a cheating happening and that caused an altercation leading to the guy's death, then that would follow what the witnesses are trying to say against Phoenix. And after the murder wouldn't make sense because, oh my god, my brain's frying. I actually don't know.
After?
I'm gonna try after, maybe. Oh, that's so hard.
There's always a possibility that I am correct.
Let's try it. Perhaps it happened after the murder?
What's that? Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly!
Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible.
Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world. Very little impossible.
Oh? Even when the back of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Oh, quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. Ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over?
To frame.
Who would
Who
do
framed?
that?
Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. There's another? Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card?
Oh,
Who?
the game, the murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room, alive. That is the defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley.
Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for a blue? Olga, obviously.
Or someone else.
Who? There are only two people in there.
Who knows?
It must have been Olga Orley who swapped the cards. She was trying to cover up evidence of the cheating. No, that sounds stupid.
No, but she swore that she gave it to Phoenix.
That does make some sense. Sorry. There's a problem with that explanation. Huh? The swap card was from the wrong deck. Yes, the blue card was signed in red. Mixing a certain card from the wrong deck, but the backs are a different color.
Remember that you're talking about Olga Orly. She was a dealer. Do you really think she would make such a novice mistake? I should have trouble imagining even the judge making that mistake. Give a little more thought, Apollo. Right. So who was it that swapped the red card for blue?
Someone else?
It wouldn't make sense, though. And why would Phoenix want to frame things wrong for himself?
I mean, it could have been Smith trying to cheat.
Maybe
He didn't know that the cards were going to be changed to a different color, that is.
the one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orly either. What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orly at this point.
Yes, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. If the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking of how much fun all this is.
Fun? How about confusing? I've no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant and it wasn't Miss Orly, then who was it?
The victim himself. He
The
didn't know.
victim!
He didn't know things are going to be swapped.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, that is a question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see that this case take a new direction.
I thought there was only one direction.
I thought so too. We'll find that indeed. After the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And that someone made two critical mistakes.
I'm sure you're gonna tell us that the first... Oh wait. That the first was swapping the wrong color card.
Because the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card.
But
The ace?
the ace?
Right. The person replaced the fifth ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. All they knew is that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in.
But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist.
True, not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. No, it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime.
Oh my.
What?
I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials. Ridiculous, Mr. Wright.
This trial has proceeded on one central assumption, namely that at the time of the incident there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
Da-da-da.
I suppose that is a problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well, the trial will resume in 20 minutes. Damn, that's how long it takes them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, defendant lobby number 3. Let's talk to our dummy.
Yay! That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth?
Well, now, I think you would know the answer to that.
Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I've got no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome.
I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Kristoff.
Justice.
Yes, sir?
The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me.
Damn, they're going to his chambers.
Carry on, my wayward son.
There'll be peace when you are done. You did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright? Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket? Here, you can take a look at it. That's picture my daughter in there.
Aww.
He's a dad. I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? What do you think? Oh.
I think you're a bitch, Phoenix.
Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago? What I did? It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I never! Honest! But it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Wanna know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. Huh? You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker? It's like trial law? Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information. You're kidding! That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? I wasn't paying attention to that.
God damn, we're stupid.
Wait, are we learning a new function to the game?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No. Come on, who noticed that? Him, apparently.
M.
Words, habits, twitches, it's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you! But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals.
Oh no.
Aw, damn, these signals.
These signals.
No, you can do it. Huh? You just don't know it yet. Damn. We
Damn.
don't know. What's he talking about? Well, you will, soon. Ah, almost forgot. One more thing about this case. You should know I haven't told the truth to anyone yet.
What?
I knew it! I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there defending me. I need your power!
Your power.
Oh yeah, power? I had no idea my cords of steel were that special.
Not talking about that.
We're not talking about that. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best.
Fuck no. To be continued!
We are not to be continuing this. What the fuck? This is the first trial.
It's the first trial and it's so long.
It's because
it's a whole new ball game.
We haven't even gone to see the fucking the crime scene.
Well, here's the first trial usually only lasts a short amount of time. You don't need to go to the crime scene because they give you everything immediately. Because this is the tutorial. All right, let's see it.
This is different.
We're going back at court.
April 20th.
Court will now reconvene. Has our witness, Miss Olga Orley, recovered?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness.
Perhaps we can hear her version of events again.
That's the thing, you see, she's quite fatigued.
You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne.
Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds to refuse to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand.
Very well, the witness will take the stand. So now we need to look for whenever she's, like, twitching.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps you can repeat your name and profession. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser. Not.
Whoa!
What? Name's Olga Orley. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer.
What the fuck?
What the fuck just happened?
Her demeanor changed completely. What the
Girl is not demure. People call me Olga Quick Fingers Orley.
Damn, those fingers are quick.
Damn, why do they call you Orley?
Oh really?
I'd like to see you in my chambers. Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian. And my last name sounds like, oh, really?
Oh my god.
There. That's the truth. I hope you're satisfied.
I'm never satisfied. Give me a second. I gotta reset my avatars a bit. Yeah, there we go.
I believe in you.
Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night.
Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see?
Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences.
Fine.
Alright.
Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy, Smith, hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the game night. To the night of the game. As a waitress.
So you were in cahoots with the victim?
Not that he needed my help. Smith was a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend. The undefeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set a trap of some sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand. And then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull the planted card and a trap would shut. Snapshot. I can't read!
Trap
Whatever.
would snap shut.
Trap would snap shut.
You swapped the cards!
Exposed as a cheater and losing on... Oh, wait. What the fuck? Exposed as a cheater and losing the top of it, it would have... Oh, what? What the fuck? It would have had made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed in pieces.
Indeed. Getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on his prior wins, all his prior wins.
A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan.
Clearly didn't work.
Oh, really? Orally? How droll. Hydro?
How droll.
But it appears... Whatever. But it appears you made quite a mistake.
A mistake?
I agree. The trap was elegant. Yet, what happened to the planted card?
Hey, that's right.
He's lucky. Oh, wait, fuck. He's lucky, I'll give him that. Wait. Fuck. You'd have to be able to slip a free from the trap laid by Olga Quickfingers orally. I don't want to refer to her as that.
Why the fuck is she calling herself Quick Fingers? It sounds so wrong.
She's a lesbian.
Oh, really?
I am.
The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. My dude,
What?
you are 70 at this point, I think.
At least 90. Cute. Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad.
I'm the bad guy. Duh. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the...
That'll do it.
Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. Huh.
Damn.
Quick finger sounds like a term.
Testimony.
It's not a term I want to think about. The best laid traps.
Oh god. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost And Wright lost the last hand. And just like he was supposed to, then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up the bottle and swung it. She's lying! Look at her! It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no good cheating defendant.
A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark.
The trap was perfect, I tell you. Perfect! If that rotten cheater hadn't gone and messed it up.
Look who's talking! Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice.
With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors?
Damn. Damn. Cross-examination! The best laid... Okay. Blah, blah. Blah, blah.
Blah 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 blah. She's touching the back of her neck.
I'm going to...
Press.
press.
Wait, isn't that a little odd?
What's odd?
You searched Mr. Wright thoroughly and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim.
Well... Ooh.
What was that just now? I sensed something.
Oh my god, he's learning to use the Force!
He's learning!
Something wrong, Mr. Justice.
No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder?
Yes.
Miss O'Reilly, you're hiding something!
Oh, what are you talking about? You...
She's sweating.
Me? Quick fingers, oh really? I'd hide some...
The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. I saw it when Mr. Wright hit him. With my own eyes, I saw it.
She didn't see shit.
What's this weird vibe I'm getting?
It's the quick
It's a vibe
fingers
check.
vibe.
The quick fingers vibe. Bruh.
That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
Touching her neck, was it?
We're going in.
Oh?
Whoa, whoa,
Oh?
whoa, whoa. Whoa,
What?
what's going on? That's my question. What the
Oh
fuck?
my god.
This sensation, it's coming into focus. There, that twitch, it's so clear. It's like I could perceive her habit like I couldn't before.
Perceive.
Perceive.
Miss O'Reilly, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself.
Unaware of what?
Whenever you get to a certain part in your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand.
My neck? My back? So
No,
what?
no. I was gonna say, do not finish that. God damn.
What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort.
When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. Memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about?
This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us. Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
I'm hitting save before anything goes wrong.
Yes, sir.
Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So what would remind her most of the moment in the crime? Miss O'Reilly, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. Notice it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an inerasable impression on your...
Wait, was she hit with the bottle too?
But it was an impression on her neck.
Let me look at the details on this thing. I mean, I think I already examined everything. If she was clocked out by the bottle, she wouldn't remember shit of what happened.
It's true, but it has something to do with her neck. We don't have anything that would go with the neck.
And there's nothing here. I feel like the bottle's the only thing that makes sense.
I feel like it would be the locket, but we don't have the locket.
I mean, we already know this.
Blue is so not red.
For some reason, I thought they were using blue cards in the final hand.
Okay, there's nothing there. I think the bottle is the only option at this point.
Maybe.
Because he could have knocked her out. Maybe to protect her from being hit by something?
Maybe it could have been when Phoenix took the pendant, but we don't really have anything other than that one picture.
Yeah, the bottle is the only thing that makes sense.
Music didn't change.
No, it stopped.
Oh, never mind.
Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more of that moment than this bottle, the murder weapon? Bing!
Huh?
But something doesn't fit. If you're the only witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain? She was knocked out. She doesn't know who killed him.
Who knows?
What's he talking about now?
It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit. Not you.
Nervous.
This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits, they're completely irrelevant.
Nope. Justice, I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination.
I'll explain later. Just trust me. Now's our only chance to break her. Miss O'Reilly, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment.
Yet, I am knowing nothing.
Why'd she go back to her Russian phase?
What the fuck?
We know you're not Russian. The witness will testify, please. Now.
Fine. He's the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sight until the cops got there. No, that's wrong!
He had to go call the cops.
You had to go call the cops. Here we go.
Miss O'Reilly, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl Club.
Ugh.
So explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. She finally dropped the plate.
The man who picked up the bottle and swung that night. It wasn't the defendant.
Ooh.
Oh my god, animation!
Oh my god. The quality really went up in this game, didn't it, compared to the last ones?
Really did.
Showdown time. You dirty cheat! Check his pockets, now!
It's gone. The card is gone.
You lose.
Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to Wright. And he hit me.
You, some master cheating you turned out to be!
When I came to,
The victim was already dead. Is that it?
that's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, there would be a suspicion for sure.
Well, where does this leave us?
Madness! This is madness! I'm dreaming! It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm just imagining all of this.
I'd love to hit you with a bottle.
I think we all would.
It appears our prosecution is at his wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? Mr. Gavin, sir?
I believe, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss Orley big fat liar. What? Three things were in that room the night of the murder. The defendant, the victim, and her. She has a motive.
Wait. Why are you trying to turn this against her if she's saying that Phoenix didn't do the killing?
Who knows?
A motive?
Her plot failed. The witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith, and the
Denouement. It's a
No.
French word, sorry.
whatever of the argument was murder. What? I didn't kill her. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me.
What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. I didn't know he was a poet. So tangled we catch ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright! Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin.
What are you saying?
Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before recess. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder, and the one who swapped the card didn't know that the two colors of the cards were being used. A fourth person.
Ha! This theory again! Your fourth person doesn't exist!
Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal? And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less.
What?
Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Remember what I said? The fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error. He or she wasn't considering the color on the backs of the cards. Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there's one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue. Yeah, I had that impression too, but why? Well, Apollo, think you can figure out who it was?
Was it fucking Kristoff?
It's not me, I swear!
Who is this fourth person? Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? Who thought the cards in the final game? No fucking shot.
Oh my god.
No way. No way. No way. No fucking way.
He
Also-
literally said he had dinner with him.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me? As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair.
Wow.
I was right. Christoph Gavin, you were the fourth person that night. But of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue, the ones on the floor or the table.
Oh my god!
But look! You can see the colors in this photo. The blue deck.
Get that
the blue
photo
deck.
until later.
Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, is well before this evidence came to light.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Pure sense. A competition. Competition. Test of wits. Silent clash passions. Only the cards. Their backs were wreathed in blue flame. Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
In his attempt to use flowery words, he outed himself.
Oh my god.
Well, Christoph?
Christoph just got Phoenix fucked.
Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter?
No, nothing. Excuse me. This was just so sudden. Can't you hear the surprise in my voice? Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you?
Oh, Christoph. You know, even I never take a joke this far.
This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder?
I assure you, I'm quite sane. That's why he picked Apollo, because he knew Apollo... Because Apollo wouldn't try to stack the evidence. Oh. I assure you, I'm quite sane.
What possible connection to Mr. Gavin? Could Mr. Gavin have to the victim?
I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either.
Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met.
Well, what if they have? Whoa.
Huh?
There's a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Oh, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court. The defense would like to request no such... Oh, sorry.
You bitch. The defense would like to request no such thing.
Mr. Gavin?
Testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before the game of poker be related? He's trying to cover up.
I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
It's fine.
As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss Orley...
Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you! Let's go, Judge! Let's go, Judge!
Let's go, Judge!
Haha, bitch!
What?
Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Yes! Judge is awesome. I love Judge. Oh, okay.
Gulp.
Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Yes.
Yes.
This is Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along, and I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court.
It too, Justice. Would you betray me, your leader, or teacher, fuck?
I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth. Damn. ... Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please.
Let's go, champ. Appetite before murder. That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Where the fuck is Kristoff?
Somewhere.
Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold, and Smith is uncontrollable. Well, I left to call the police. He called the police before he was dead. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's why I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Mr. Gavin, you were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder? I dined with him rather frequently.
And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder?
Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him.
You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial.
The only thing I want is the truth, as I did back then and now.
I thought my office was doing you a favor when I took on your defense. It appears I was wrong.
Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness.
Justice.
Sir?
He's lying, and you're going to expose him.
I don't think so. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial? Bro was given the worst trial of his life.
For real. First trial?
Uh-huh.
Goddamn.
Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. He would have seen Shady and been like, wait a minute, I recognize this bitch. When the trap failed, Smith hit the witness. This girl was knocked out cold and Smith is uncontrollable. I have to call the police. Okay. You made the call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct? Exactly. Cell phones don't get a signal down the hideout. Was anyone else on the first floor at that time? Not a soul. It was the middle of the night after all. So there in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. The darkened restaurant.
Darkened restaurant.
So he might not have seen someone walk by him.
True, but there was also a window.
After making the there's a window for the basement, so someone would have been witnessing that the game went south.
Mm-hmm.
I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress alone. When you returned, the victim was already dead, yes. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in. A little? He was bleeding from his forehead, after all. I guess I'd be startled too if I walked in on a scene like that. Okay. I'm just gonna press on everything just to get all the thing. You had dinner with Mr. Gavin? Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently. We were enjoying a usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual. Usual? I always eat at the table closest to the piano. I see. Where Mr. Smith was sitting.
So the plates and such on the table were from your dinner?
Indeed. Remnants of my meal with Kristoff. We dined for 2 hours, then Kristoff left. Okay. 5 minutes? So the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time. That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure.
Oh, Mr. Wright. What was it you said? Kristoff, Gavin, and Shady Smith may have met.
I believe I did say that.
Hero's all nervous about this meeting. And now we hear that they just passed in the hall?
That does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder. Oh, it would be. If that were really... If that were all that really happened.
Come on, Mr. Wright. What are you hiding this time?
Smith hit the waitress. Smith was uncontrollable. I guess press on this.
Could you explain why you called Mr. Gavin?
I'd obviously gotten involved in a rather sticky affair. I figured Kristoff's law offices would give me a friend rate for my defense fees.
Glad to hear. Oh, wait. Glad to hear you intend to pay.
Oh, I'll pay in full, Kristoff. It was I who got you involved after all.
You may find the price of your defense quite high, my good friend. Quite high.
Is this the truth that Mr. Wright was talking about?
Justice, you know what you have to do. He's lying. Expose him. Now.
Yes, sir. I have to think, what's Mr. Wright trying to tell me with this testimony? Truth has to be in there somewhere.
What the fuck?
Okay, actually, let's press on this. About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga O'Reilly mentioned. Oh, yeah.
Meow 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 meow
Play it to card.
meow
Deal
meow
5
meow meow
cards.
meow.
Hands are revealed. Smith would call them out and search Wright. We already know this. You swap the cards. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Okay, we already know this. Yes, harmless prank in essence. It is by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it.
A quirk? Plus Ultra?
That's all true.
I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card.
The card she planted?
Yes, I snuck a peek of it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game.
Before the game?
Why did she give it to him that fucking early, brother?
Brother.
Disposed? Where? There's an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. Wait. Wait. Where's the card? Where's the card?
There is no card.
What do you mean? No. Wait. I threw the card inside the bottle.
An empty bottle of grape juice?
The murder weapon? Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see. Battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like a terrific drama.
Wow.
A card inside the murder weapon? That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3 approves this battle of wits. Judge, shut the fuck
What?
up.
Where is it?
I don't see it. The fuck?
Wait. I don't know. Check it after? Maybe it'll change?
I feel like I would see it by now. Unless this isn't the murder weapon, because I don't see blood on this thing.
Yeah, there's no blood on that.
I am so confused.
So am I. Well, I guess that is Phoenix Wright.
Ball is completely empty. Where's the card?
Where's the card? Phoenix.
Please revise your testimony with this new information. And dispose of the call. That's where there's the contradiction.
Oh no.
Which means this might even be the wrong bottle. Or someone took it out. Mr. Wright, if I may. Yes? I examined the bottle and I don't see any card in there. Huh? No? What, Mr. Wright? Surely isn't all triple dots isn't all you have to say for yourself. I can't say I know what happened to the card. I did put in that bottle, however. Huh?
Perhaps a fifth person came and took it. Oh, and a sixth person could have helped.
Person
Could have helped.
Mr. Wright is your client.
My apologies, Your Honor.
I won't have you disparaging our investigation either. We looked inside that bottle, there was nothing.
So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear? In any case, please continue with the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Oh,
Push him harder, Justice. Break him.
no.
It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO. Why is he pushing us so hard to, like, fuck him up if he's supposed to be who we're defending?
Because this guy's the murderer.
True. What the fuck do we do?
Let me look at the court record. Single blow to the forehead. There's nothing in this photo. And we can't see the inside of the bottle from here. Wait a minute. Nope, we can't see anything from the bottle in here either.
Fuck. They really don't make this easy for us.
Wait. I didn't even... The battery's being held in with a piece of tape. You should just buy a new one. Maybe you can't afford it. Or he just doesn't care. Anything else about this phone? I only just realized I never examined the phone.
Huh.
Why in the bottle? I perceived my opponent's intent immediately. I'm used to entrapment, you see. I knew it was coming. Ho ho! So you struck first. I like that. I know every trick in the book. They don't work on me. At least when you get lucky and stick your hand in your pocket, they don't.
He doesn't have any, like, twitches or anything.
No, so he's being honest. That's what I'm seeing out of this. And because it's Phoenix, I know he's being honest.
God damn it, Phoenix!
Wait. There's a cut streaming. There's blood streaming from cut on his forehead, but the blood is going backwards. Shit.
Wait, but in the other picture, he was wearing a hat.
Well, they removed the hat to get a better look at the wound.
True, but how would he have seen it if he had the hat on? Or if he had the hat put back on him? It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, you can't see it from here. I guess we gotta present it.
Oh, there goes the music.
Mr. Wright, if I may. Yes? Take a look at this photograph. Look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead. Good point.
Rabble, rabble, rabble. Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it.
Mr. Wright, could you explain this to the court? I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put the hat on his head.
What?
You mess with a crime scene, you fucker?
Bro.
Huh? You put the hat on the dead man's head? He wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police, when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. Shining bright, just like in this photograph. And I picked his hat up off the floor and put it on his head.
Why would you do a thing like that?
All I can say is I'm sorry. But that's the only thing I touched at the crime scene. So Miss really didn't see it? It being the victim's, his head? I think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head.
Here we go again.
Mr. Gavin?
Ahem. Pardon. It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case.
Hey, he's still our client, isn't he?
I believe that's enough of that.
Mr. Gavin.
This witness's testimony is more like a traversity. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your tourney's a badge. 7 years ago, I said that wrong, but who cares?
Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Kristoff. I never knew.
I believe that it was you who threw the first stone.
Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here. Huh? When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well. Reason? That reason is right here. Your cell phone? That night, recall that I spoke with the defense attorney Gavin after calling the police?
Uh-huh.
Just in case, I recorded our conversation.
What's this?
Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court. Kristoff, I seem to be in a bit of trouble.
What's this? Game not going well.
Something like that.
That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good.
He turned out to be dead. Someone hit him. Hard.
You mean someone cracked that flawless bone to china pate? Pate?
But flawless bone china pate. What the fuck does that mean?
It wasn't you, was it?
Me? Please! The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. Bone china pate? Bone china plate? Oh, I guess that was...
A kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny. And not plate, but pate, or pate. He's referring to it. I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding fort.
Motherfucker!
He confessed his own crime!
God
On
damn.
the phone!
He's done this twice now.
Oh my god, he's an idiot. I believe he was referring to
Bro,
a certain gentleman's balding forehead. Oh my god. You're an idiot. You deserve to lose your job and get arrested at this point.
All of his fucking times that he's tried to sound smart, he's just incriminated himself.
Yeah. The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club? Most certainly. Then how did he know? When did he see this bone china plate? Oh, that's right. Yes. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. ... Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court? Exactly how'd you come back by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? Brother. ...
So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on.
Your point, Mr. Gavin?
It's come down to this. Has it? Phoenix Wright.
So in this case, the defense attorney's the bad guy. Holy fuck.
Goddamn.
Order! I will have order! Mr. Payne!
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe that this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear defense attorney Gavin's testimony? Oh my god, we're gonna cross-examine the bitch.
You get to cross-examine our own boss.
Well, as a prosecutor, I...
Very well, we'll break for 10 minutes. Jesus Christ. After which Mr. Gavin will take a stand for the cross-examination. Are we all clear on that?
Crystal clear. Your Honor.
No fucking shot. Very
This
well.
is crazy.
This will be the final recess for the day. Are you... This can't be real. Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. It's a three-way.
It's a three-way.
Who'd have thought today would turn out like this?
May I?
It's the daughter. Huh? What? She looks tiny.
Oh. Hello, sir. Please pick a card.
What is all this about? Is this one okay? It's a red card. Oh my god.
Oh.
It's the card.
Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it.
Is that the fucking missing card?
It might be.
A trump card?
The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and this game of yours.
And the game is yours.
Oh wait, and the game is yours. Whatever.
That's all.
It's the daughter. It's got blood on it.
Oh my god.
An ace. Where do I remember that card from? Oh my god. It's the missing ace.
Oh my god. Phoenix's daughter.
The missing ace that's supposed to be on the victim's hand.
The missing fifth ace! Wait, the splotch of red. Is this blood?
Blood.
You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth.
The heart of the cards must guide me.
My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it.
Aww. This bloodstained card is my trump card for finding the truth?
Oh my fucking god.
I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what this all meant. That girl, I'd seen her recently, but where? In the locket.
The locket!
That's when I made the connection.
Ta-da! Wait, but she's wearing red.
She can have multiple outfits.
That's true.
Bloody ace.
God forbids a girl changes outfits.
Received from mysterious girl. Could this be the missing fifth ace? Holy shit. Court will now reconvene. Defense attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? Bruh. Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. Will the witness state his name and occupation?
Is this a farce necessity, Your Honor?
I used to think Trucy was Nick's actual kid that you had with Maya. I mean, that would have made sense, but I guess that's not what happened.
Damn.
Apparently, he and Maya do not get together.
In my heart, that is who she is.
Alright. Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom.
Fine, I'll play along.
First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat? By secret, I'm guessing he means the fact that Mr. Smith was bald.
You know what I just realized?
What?
The Burger King foot lettuce guy had the Canadian rise. Because you hear how he says it. He says number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
No, God.
He does. He has the Canadian rise.
My God.
For those who don't know what the Canadian rise is, it's like for Canadians they'll be talking and while they're talking their voice will go up like a few pitches or so, but then when they're done the sentence they'll go down. Pretty much like I just did.
Oh my God.
It's how we subtly indicate to each other that we're done our sentence.
Did you say
And the
these-
Burger King foot lettuce has that fucking
Oh my-
tone.
oh my- By the way, did you say this line or not yet?
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't sure.
Forgive my curiosity, but what is... but what... I keep thinking of it now. But what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest in it.
Objection!
Oh,
Hey, Phoenix.
I wouldn't call it. Oh my God, this is music from the first game.
Yippee!
The boys are back in town. I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Wright.
What do you think you're doing, right?
Wow, things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Apollo. Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off, except for that one time. That one time,
being the instant he was hit. Oh! When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, you would have had to have been there or in the hideout at the time of the crime.
In other words, I must be the real killer, is what you're trying to say.
Not bad, Apollo.
Eheheh.
Mr. Gavin?
I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with the court.
What?
Oh, I
Defense
assure
attorney?
you.
Perry, the defense attorney?
Oh, I assure you that I had the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright, who is now wrong. Yet, I'm afraid in the current situation, I see a little reason to hide anything. Very well, allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night.
Finally, you may begin your testimony. Tell us, how were you involved in the events of that fateful night? We're gonna need to look for tell.
Yep. The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. It must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead, and he appears in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright holding the bottle in his hand. I sensed that it was not the best place for me to be, so I left. That's when the call came from Wright.
So, you witnessed the murder?
For better or for worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed.
Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you are on Mr. Wright's defense team. Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client.
What else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand, after all.
So you are Mr. Gavin.
What?
And you had to testify as you just did. You had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through that little window. Mr. Wright? You had to say that because that was the only probable window of opportunity, right, Apollo? Oh. Mr. Wright, the defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial is getting weirder and weirder. Alright, let's see.
The only reason I'm yawning so much is because doing his voice takes so much of my air.
I get it. The little window. You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs?
Yes, a relic of ancient past. The black marketers used it, I believe.
Why'd you go through the trouble of peeking in through the window? Wouldn't it have been easier to just open the door and go into the room? ...
I didn't want to upset Wright, you see.
Upset Mr. Wright?
Yes. What if my fears had been unfounded? I'd be walking in on their match, bad form, to say the least.
So far everything he's saying makes sense.
Not really.
How do you know it was right after the murder?
Really, no need to shout. Justice. I was just getting to that part of my testimony.
Ah, there he is. The coolest defense in the West we know and love. Even when you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change.
I was afraid you'd change too, right? But you haven't. You and that overbearing personality of yours.
With friends like these, who needs enemies?
Real.
By photo, you mean the second photograph of the crime scene?
Precisely. You see, he wasn't wearing his hat then. I saw his head when he was dead.
And then Mr. Wright came along and replaced his hat.
Can you describe the scene of the crime for us?
La la la.
Those were the only three at the scene of the crime.
Yes, as far as I saw, at least.
Then we're back to where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? But why didn't you talk to the police?
2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend.
There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime.
Justice, I just said that I saw no one, not a soul.
But that goes against what Mr. Wright said.
Oh yes, this mysterious 4th person. Who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose.
Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin.
Let me pose a question then. Tell me. What possible reason did the real killer have to swap the cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary.
How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the card was swapped out. That was swapped out was the 5th ace. The 5th
The
ace.
ace!
Right. Well, Mr. Justice, the question of why the killer would swap out a card has been raised. Can you point to a reason? Ooh, do I do it now?
Evidence!
Let me examine the card real quick.
Does have a red back.
Single drop of blood marks from the card. I don't know if this is the right time to present it, but I'll try. It's now or never. The defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why card was swapped out. Then go ahead and point out with your reason, Mr. Justice. Why did the killer take the 5th ace? I feel like this is wrong.
It might be.
My reason is...
Oh no, the music changed.
This.
Is that an ace? Why, it's got blood on it. Right next to the spade.
What?
This is insane. Why wasn't I told about this? Why? Could this be? Could this be the missing fifth ace?
Inconceivable. How
Oh,
could you?
He's got to tell now.
switching.
He's switching. He's switching.
What are you doing with that card?
Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Bowl Club the night after the murder had occurred.
What?
I gave it to my daughter. Cards are her stock and trade after all.
No. Impossible. Unacceptable. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud.
A fraud? How can you be so sure?
What?
I don't think that the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer.
Oh my god.
Wait, does he have the actual fifth ace? And this is just a forgery? Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason? The reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime. Where are you going with this? Take another look at the photo and at the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down to the back of his head. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen onto one of the cards? No, it couldn't have. This isn't the victim's card, it's the killer's blood.
Oh my god.
I suppose the killer then took the card to hide the blood.
Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible.
Oh?
Right. Regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence.
Oh, we can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. What's important now is that I've answered your question.
What are you talking about?
You want to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. And now I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see.
This is a baseless conjure. Baseless.
Conjecture. Oh my god.
I can't read.
It's fine. Oh my god, he objects.
He's doing the pose.
Oh, I assure you, it's quite based.
Oh my god, he's based. What?
It's amazing, really. How a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? Yes? Try picturing the scene of the crime. In your head. Oh my god.
3D!
We're going into 3D. The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it, the victim's hand. Given this, there's one decisive problem with this scene. Well, what is it? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there is a drop of blood on the card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit?
The victim.
The victims? The killers? The witnesses? The second witnesses?
Whose position doesn't fit with the bloody card?
The victim? Oh god, I'm scared of getting this wrong.
I am scared too.
We forgot to save!
I know! I was too enamored. Well, yeah, because the victim was propped back so the blood wouldn't have fallen on the card. I'm gonna try this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. He would have been propped there or something. Ugh. Wasn't the victim's position that's a problem? I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice. Well, look, the victim was struck in the head, sending him back in his chair. You think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table in front of him. Ah! Take a look at the photo again. If he bled in this position, the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards. Why, that's right. So what does this mean? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs.
Oh!
So he got hit and the chair swiveled. Swivel chairs? Oh man. Apollo, try turning the chair around. And then the blood falls on the card. The chair was facing the other way. It would have to be. So we have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table. When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police, which way is the chair facing? When I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. ... Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We now know the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction. Again? Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime?
The killers!
The victims, the killers? Well, yeah, if the killer was sitting in the chair... The victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front, sitting where his indicator currently is? I would think it'd be quite hard, yes.
Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why did the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of the...
He spotted someone. In the middle of a game. I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light.
What?
There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Apollo, if the victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here, where would his assailant be standing? Try marking it on the diagram. What? But... there's no room to put a mark where the killer should be. Don't worry, let's think this through and see what we find. We know the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime. That's the only thing we know for sure. Try to forget about everything else. Where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim from the front? On either side of him.
Oh.
Well, I guess the killer would have to be, here? Oh, I guess I was wrong. Shit, I fucked up. Penalty.
Fuck.
Okay. I'm gonna say before I get any more penalties.
Yeah.
This is really a hard case.
It really is. This is the first one.
Where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim? He'd have to be... I mean, to strike him from the front, he would have to be in front of him.
You get points for flair, but that's about all you get.
I was onto something there too.
I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible. The victim was facing a solid cupboard. Or are you claiming that the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above?
It's simple logic, really. If this is the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means that the very moment of the crime... Wait! I know! At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there! Oh!
Oh?
What's this now? I mean, that's the only explanation. Right, Mr. Gavin? Let me look at some pictures. Oh, he mentioned that there might have been secret passages or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And that's how Phoenix didn't see him go in. That's the only explanation, right, Mr. Gavin? Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to move the cupboard. Ah, Your Honor. What? There's one more thing your men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. What's that paper say?
What's it say?
Yes, I see. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best.
Oh, rebel.
Let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed. If the killer was standing here at the time of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here, which means, Apollo, try moving the cupboard. And it blocks off the thing that the witness can see. Thank you.
Oh my god.
As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been as shown here. Now everything's in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my! He's doing this on purpose. What's this? What is it now? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Huh? Oh, dang! Notice something, Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Justice, please point the new contradicting indicator. Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, the second witness? Well, now we know.
We know!
Oh my god. About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming it was moved? Sure, why not? Bro, you're the defendant.
Come on.
Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. Ah, that's right. Someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin.
What did you say?
Oh, is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool?
Nah. Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right?
It's only a game till someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And someone was, while the window to that room was blocked by a cupboard. ...
Dot.
So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court
Exactly where did you witness a crime scene from?
K.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Order! This is a court of law and I will have order. We just now received word from our investigative team at the Borscht Bowl Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor. Oh? What'd they find? Well, Your Honor, it turns out there's a secret passage behind it. What?
Rebel, rebel, rebel.
Ah yes, I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about. I do remember him saying something about that now that he mentions it. A secret passage is a handy thing when you're engaged in illegal goings-on. Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. So the room has a secret passage. Where does it go? The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. Holy shit. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo. I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was only off his head for a few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin? Come on, say something. Dare I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with destiny. There he crouched, hidden in the secret passageway behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. And the chance came. He took it! Do that. Right here, I'll get help. Miss Olga O'Reilly was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. But as time was soon to come, Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shady Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out of the secret passage and into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside. He wheeled his chair around to look and... After the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red. Holy shit.
God damn.
Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. Truly, truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin. Damn. ... Mr. Gavin? Mr. Payne?
Yeah, I mean, yes, Your Honor.
The prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately.
Objection!
Oh, no need to apologize. I'd rather enjoyed myself. It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand.
Your point, Mr. Gavin?
Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick.
Excuse me?
The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. This is hardly a time for your jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence and put the blame on everyone else. Not just anyone else, me, his own defense attorney.
Illegal evidence? Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin. Is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing?
Of course. This bottle, for instance.
The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking.
How do you intend to explain the fingerprints on the murder weapon? Not just any fingerprints. Am I right, Mr. Payne?
Actually, yes. The fingerprints on the bottle were upside down. I seem to recall this being an issue earlier.
The court, in this case, demand an explanation. I can think of the only one reason to hold a bottle upside down. And that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor.
See how the caught fish squirms up to the last. Well, Apollo? Yes? Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. I'm sure he can come up with a suitable explanation, just like that. Yeah, just like what? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to... Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one. He grabbed the bottle to plant the card in, but the card is missing.
That's true.
Is there really another? Take another look at the court record. I believe you'll find a simple answer there, in plain sight. How about you just say the answer in plain words? Okay, let me save. I've gone so long without saving. It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions indeed. Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Gavin said that the court in this case demand an explanation. I don't need to save every time. Don't worry, justice won't leave even till justice is done. Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court. What evidence do you have to explain why the fingerprints on the bottle are upside down?
It wasn't the murder weapon. There's no blood on it.
Why are they upside down? Wait a minute. If he was grabbing it from behind him.
True.
I'm gonna try this. It feels wrong, but it's actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair. Excuse me? On the floor? Yes. Now reach down and pick it up without getting out of your chair. Ah! See? You naturally go to pick up the bottle by its neck with your fingers upside down. Look at this photograph taken at the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times. Whoa, I can't believe it was that simple. Recall our dinner that evening, Kristoff? I was drinking my usual juice then, too. Basically, you used the bottle on the table to do the deed. But then you must have remembered, so you went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano. And you switched the bottles. Oh my god. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon. Order, order, order! What do you have to say for these charges, Mr. Gavin? There's no proof, actually.
Fascinating. So this legendary attorney, famed tactic of misdirection.
What?
You claim that I switched the bottle. Where's your proof?
There's no blood on it. Proof? Well, that's,
As I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty.
Actually, that's proof of him switching it, because Phoenix placed the placed the planted card in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? Ah, yes. I have your memo about that right here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano of the Borscht Bowl Club. And here's the one of the bottles in question.
What? Are you going to dust for fingerprints too? Why the fuck? Fucking Carlos is yelling right now. I don't know why.
Bruh.
I don't know what he's doing. I would be surprised if any were on this but his.
Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake. True. That bottle won't bear a single trace of anything. Say, Apollo. Yes? Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? But why? Just humor me. Mr. Wright, that bottle will solve this case once and for all. What? Some bottle. The card!
There it is!
There's something inside the bottle! The Five of Hearts! Just like you said. What's this? Is this your card?
Is this your card? That card. It can't be.
Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment. Miss Olga Orelli? Yes, her little swindling devoshka. You do not know that word, Phoenix.
What does that mean?
It's some kind of Russian word. I don't know what it means.
Oh. I tried to put it in the card, but I was supposed to. And Ray lost his last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Mr. Smith switched him, but then the card was gone and put it in.
Wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? When you mentioned the piece in this piece of testimony. Oh my god. No fucking shot. And because the bottle wasn't in the room anymore, that means that someone must have moved it. The Five of Hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped. And the only one who could have done that was the fourth person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin! Aw, he did the side hair toss. Oh, wait. Oh! Shit. Oh, Devushka means girl or young girl and is also the name of an American band inspired by the word. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That is all. Phoenix, you could have literally defended yourself.
Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? No, but it was also a good teaching moment for Apollo.
True. Revenge?
Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago.
My past is like my logic. Straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction.
You fingered justice?
Damn.
Fine. I'm glad we could have this little titty-a-titty.
That's not how it's tete-a-tete, meaning head-to-head.
Right.
This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone?
Too bad.
Brother. Holy shit.
I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now. I see.
Damn.
Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add?
I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter.
About the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler. An odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good. Mr. Wright?
Yes?
7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch.
Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer.
He was extremely talented, to be sure.
I needed two things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, this courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo.
Me?
This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right.
Mr. Wright.
Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it.
Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright,
Not guilty!
not guilty.
And there's confetti!
Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, canonically, it's Gumshoe who throws the confetti.
Court
Nice.
is adjourned.
We did it. We won.
We did it.
This trial started at 10 a.m.
Jeez, it's been 6 hours.
Thanks, Apollo. You came through just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Ability? Yes, the sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... I have one question for the witness then. You saw the moment of the thunder... This is weird vibe I'm getting. What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. The answer? Right. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Huh? Wait, you don't know, do you? This locket is the key. Huh? Well, that reminds me, I met the girl whose picture is in your locket. Beep, beep. The girl.
The girl.
Your daughter, right? That's right, she's my daughter. You know, you were right about this locket. Huh? I took this off his neck the night he died. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him. Wait, but that's perjury! You testified! You said that locket was yours! I said no such thing, actually. Huh? I merely said that was a locket with my daughter's picture inside.
Damn.
Okay, why is the locket have your daughter's picture inside? A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth. Wait, but then why? Why is the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it? Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo? Yes? How about coming to work for me? Huh? You mean at the Wright & Co. Law Offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. I can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, but you're not a... Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore. That incident 7 years ago. That legendary trial. At the middle of it all was one man. Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion, and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? What are you talking about? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. It just seemed, well, too perfect. And I'll bet this was the forged evidence. The card.
The attorney's badge.
No, that's legitimate. That's ours.
I don't know.
You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright. Yes, that card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. Leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us.
This is fraud.
Fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who claimed it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crimes. So this card isn't actually from the crime scene. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Then you really... Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney. Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo? So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago. None of that matters much now, does it? I think he slapped him. I punched. Oh shit! He
He
punched.
punched him?
Bro punched Phoenix in the. Damn. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you like. Mr. Wright. About your uppercut. Try yelling, "Take that!" next time. I find packs a little more punch.
Heh.
And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time.
Wow.
And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved. And at the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins. And
God damn.
well, I'm saving this. Holy crap. That being said, we've been going on for 3.5 hours, so we're not.
We've been going for 3.5 hours?
Yeah, time flies in this game, doesn't it?
That was one fucking case.
Yeah, and we didn't even go investigate any crime scenes. This is all in the courtroom one day.
One day.
Holy crap.
Lord. This is gonna be an adventure.
Continue on to the next episode? No.
No.
No, we are taking a break. We'll investigate the next episode next week. Assuming everyone's ready for next week. But yeah. Until then, I've been ThatElfNerd.
I've been TrickzTreatz.
And we'll see you all next time.
Next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.